Where is the damn vibes? It's my ass being on here. This is exactly what the fuck I get. This is what I get for watching nothing but evil shit. Alright, y'all. What's up? What's up? My bad. I don't know what is going on with my shit, but I'm getting mad irritated with it. Yo, I'm about to follow something the shit out of my room. I think that dead ass, I think that's what the fuck I get for watching all that fucking weird ass shit. I'm addicted. I can't help it. Alright. I'm about to put some Palo Santo around this bitch, cause it's messing up my life and it's really pissing me the fuck off. I just started doing one of the nails, and this is the second time the bitch started acting up. Hi, Sofa and Mom. Soph and Mom. Oh, okay, Soph and Mom. Okay. Oh, I like your little thumbnail. And follow you. All right, y'all. Like the live. Yo, this is what I get. I had to literally Santo. I don't know what the fuck's been going on. I've been watching some evil ass shit lately. Some murderous shit, and I don't know if I had that energy around my fucking room. I like to watch like scandal, like I don't know, but yo, I had to restart my like twice. This shit's been fucking pissing me off already. I'm like, all right, keep on fucking playing with me. Cause one thing I will tell y'all, like, I'm a very spiritual person, right? But uh, when it comes to um, like little lower entity beings and shit like that around me, like, I'll turn into a crazy ass play. I'll send your ass to the motherfucking abyss without thinking twice. I'm one of those people that like my ancestors and like my spirit guides, like they know that I don't um they know I don't like when there's like steps. Like, you know, I don't know if y'all ever hear like weird shit around your house, but my ancestors and shit, they know I don't like none of that shit. So whenever I hear weird shit or like the electricity start acting stupid, I start rebuking all sorts of shit the fuck out of my house. That's what I get though. Fucking watching that shit. I ain't watching that shit for the next couple days. This shit made me restart my live twice already. Like, what the fuck? So, anyways, what we're using right now is the clear pink. It's Goy. And I talked a lot of shit about the mochi gel. Definitely worth it, but I was like, still, I wanted to pay less. You know? Because I do nails all the time. And then when I do the nails, I don't do short. I do them like XXL. So I go through like one of these 60 grams will go through, and I make them thick too. So I go through, it'll make me like 5 or 6 sets with them. Yeah. So anyways, what I do is the drag, and I just drag it and tap it and I pull. And this is like one of the best polygel pens that I had, or polygel brushes. Yeah. And I got it off of Amazon. It's on our Amazon storefront. I gotta link it in the I gotta link it in the comments. Yeah, I had to fucking grab the bottle of something. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Shit acting up. I was all excited to start this live, and then bullshit gonna start happening. Alright, so see that little, I don't know if y'all can tell though, but you can see like a little slash right here, like a little bump. But I like to go ahead and check the side. Okay, and I flash cure on the thumb, right? But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, don't do that shit. Okay, unless you're going to, you want to do it if you're going to do a full cure. Yo, I can't talk. This is fucking crazy. I'm gonna stop watching that shit. That shit is demonic as fuck. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay, so like one thing about me too is that like even though I'm mad spiritual, like I understand duality, right? So I understand that like there is light and dark in this life, and everything is balanced, right? Like the yin and the yang. So like even like my last set that I did was like a little kind of dark and shit. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and do something more like a little like rainbows and shit like that, you know? Care Bears, like bring some love and light and shit in your life, you know? Slay. Hi, Jackie Bauer. so good. Bravo. Hi. Hi, Bogdan Prophet. What's up? What's up? Yo, I can't pronounce the shit, so my bad on that too. My bad. Yeah, my bad. I'll try and pronounce it better. But yeah, so we're about to slay these bitches. So one thing that I do like to do is I do like to do a certain polygel, and then I like to put like clear uh, a clear builder gel on top of it and make it like a more nude, like a more pink. Look, that's what I get. Yo, I'm telling you, today's gonna be chaotic. I already know. This is gonna be a chaotic fucking live. All I know is like whatever the fuck is in here, you better get the fuck out, because y'all know I do not play with that bullshit. Alright, let me see if it's acting up. This has been acting up all day. Like, I'm telling you, I'm about to start fucking flipping furniture around this bitch. Keeps pissing me the fuck off. Alright, so anyways, don't forget to like the live. Don't forget to share it. Yo, my shit has been acting so chaotic, bro. I'm getting mad irritated. Alright, anyways. So yeah, so I was watching like this is what I get though. Like, I know now I can't be watching shit like that. Like, but that shit is addictive. I don't know what the like how you get addicted to that. Like, even the first one that I was watching. Oh yeah, I do the one bead method. But even when the first one that I started watching had like 14 million views. And my room is warm. I put the heater on, so I wanted it to be nice and soft. Be nice and smooth like butter. But yeah, I don't know why that shit is so fucking addictive. Like, watching that, I was watching like so many people like, yo, I think the shit that like really made my stomach turn was like the parents that like I watched like two episodes where they were like beating their children, but like it was only one child that they like beat up all the time. Like it was crazy. That shit, I couldn't finish watching that. Mm-mm. That shit turned my stomach. Cause I don't understand like how you could put your hands on like a poor defenseless child that like really looks up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like Like I remember when I don't know if y'all remember like or if y'all know who Ash Trevino is, but I remember watching like she had her like rise and fall like mad quick. They used to call her Trashly. And anyways, and they used to say that she looked like the it's so messed up. Well, how yo people on the fucking internet they're so mean. They said that she looked like the mucus fucking thing. I don't know. You know the one the that little thing that they have for that Mucinex. Um, they used to say that that's what she looked like. But anyways, I was watching like a whole interview with her, and she said that when when she like her daughter like looked at her, even though she was like mad jealous of her daughter because her daughter would take away her husband's um attention. And then she was like so surprised that she couldn't believe like how her daughter like still loved her and shit after that. And then like then she did a whole interview with her kids. Well, my room's a little too like warm, so we're gonna have to put these bitches in the dryer. So let's put it in here. But yeah, so anyways, so these are the ones that we're gonna be recreating, but we're gonna be doing something a little different. I have to bring some light in my life, some rainbows and sunshine and shit. Cause ooh, all that dark shit was a little too dark for my ass. And this is like some of my charms. Yeah, and I get most of my shit from Shein, Amazon, AliExpress. Some of my some from like the Amazon. I mean the supply nail supply shop. I'm gonna do something cute with these. I want it to be like real cutesy with hearts, and we just gotta we need some light. We need some light in our life. Ooh. But yeah, anyways, back to Ashley's ass. That bitch was talking about how um she was talking about how she couldn't believe her daughter still loved her after she like pulled on her daughter's hair and treated her so bad and shit. And she was like so shocked. She was like, and she still loved me after that. I was like, she's better than me. But that's like so fucked up though. Like I don't understand when parents do shit like that to their kids. It's like fucked up, man. Slay, yes. Hi everyone. Don't forget to say what's up. Don't forget to say hi. Yeah, my bad. I've been having internet bullshit because I was watching a whole bunch of dumb shit. I mean, not dumb shit. It was pretty dark, but I really want to know like what's what's like the psychology behind what's like yeah what's the psychology on why you get like hooked on watching it? Because I have friends that don't like watching like dark shit like that, and they start watching shit like that and they get hooked on it too. That shit is crazy to me. Alright, so we're gonna add a little bit more. Nah, you know what? We're gonna clean that up and add some builder gel to it because we're gonna put a bunch of charms and shit on this. So I'm gonna do another bead right here. But yeah, so um yeah, so I was watching this one dude that like he started talking like it was so crazy. He literally committed the murder and he was like everybody else started talking like he was the only one that did not talk at all. Like and the girlfriend that was with him, she was talking about how um like when she started talking to the cops, she was like, I knew something was weird when you guys called me. I watch a lot of 48 hours and stuff like that. So you could tell like she was like kind of cocky when she first started talking to the officers and shit like that. So she tried to play stupid and she was trying to like outsmart the cops. And I don't know, if I already like feel like I'm being looked at something, even if I'm not guilty, I ain't saying shit. That's one thing that I ain't playing with. I ain't fucking with the cops. Like, nope. If they looking at me crazy, I don't give a fuck. I'm not saying shit until my lawyer is present. I don't care if people think I did it. I know what the fuck I did. I'm not saying a damn thing. Because I've seen so many people go to jail for shit that they didn't even do. They just implicated themselves just by opening their mouths. I ain't saying shit until I speak to a lawyer. Like, y'all ain't talking to me for shit. Because they be trying to act like they your friend and shit. And nah, they trying to get your ass. And I understand, like, you gotta look at it from the victim and stuff, and I do think like they should go down. I don't think anybody should have the right to take anybody's life. Like I said, one of the first things I remember coming, like I remember from like the youngest age, my parents used to watch like a lot of like my mom, she was always into like horror movies and shit like that. I remember like watching fucking Chucky when I was like 5 years old and shit. So one thing I used to always think about when I got older was like, please God, like don't ever put me in a place where I have to like choose my life over somebody else's, because I never want to have to take somebody else's life, because I'm gonna always have to choose myself. I have people to take care of, and I would expect the other person to choose themselves too. You know. But that's crazy. But a lot of people, like, they didn't have no remorse. Like, there was this one lady talking about her daughter. Yo, literally killed her daughter. Yo, that shit, like, the only reason why I even stayed watching that one was because, yo, I wanted that bitch to go to jail. Like, she pissed me the fuck off. Like, she was literally trying to blame everything on her husband, but her husband, they had video cameras all in the house, and they had all the evidence of her literally beating the girl. This little girl was drinking out of the fucking toilet, bro, because she would not feed her or give her anything of water. She would literally turn off the faucet. I was like, what? That's just wild. Like, how as a husband are you watching that shit happen? Even though, and then what he tried to say was like he was scared of his wife and shit like that. And I was like, yo, I don't give a fuck. You should have did something. He ended up going to jail, but the way that she was talking about her, like, it was like nonchalant. Like, yo, she didn't even know that her daughter was still alive. Not once in the interrogation room did she even ask if about her daughter at all. She only wanted to, like, know if she was gonna go to jail. That shit had me tight as hell. I don't understand people like that. Like, fucking people are weirdos, bro. And then, like, I always be trying to wonder, like, where is, like, the motherly instinct? Like, yo, I will say this. I do not like judging parents. Okay, I don't like to judge parents because ain't nobody in this world the best fucking parent in the world. I had my kids when I was 18 and 19. We basically grew up together. I ain't know shit growing up. I tried to do better than my parents did with me, and they did the best that they could do with me, and that's it, you know. And I don't try to judge anybody else. But then there's other shit that I just don't understand. Like, where is your mother instinct? What the fuck happened there? Like, where did the mama bear, like, even the fucking animals have that shit. Like, even fucking animals have the mama bear instinct, the lioness, the cub, like, the yo, they look out for their fucking family. Like, I don't get that shit. That shit is mad weird to me. And I understand to a certain degree mental health issues because I have BPD, which is borderline personality disorder. So I understand having a mental illness, but I don't understand, like, having be like completely disconnected where you don't have, like, any heart or shit like that. Like, I don't know. That shit's bad weird to me. All right, so we did the 1B method on that one. And I'm going to try real quick to oh, is this letting me? Yo, that's wild. No. Yo, for a second there, I literally thought that it was gonna let me play with it a little bit more, but nah, it dried up. It was dry. Alright, so anyways, I hope y'all week is going good. Yeah, I got a different position in my job, right? And it was so wild because they wanted me to go back. They wanted me to go. They gave me like so they lowered my pay if I wasn't gonna go back to sales, right? And I'm a good salesperson and everything else like that, but sales is like mad stressful, and um, I like I can't deal with like the stress of sales. Like I don't like to sell bullshit. I don't like to just sell for no reason. Like I want to make sure whatever I sell to anybody, like it's going to be worth it. Like they need it. Whatever I'm like, my name is on that, and I have a license. Like I need to make sure like you taken care of. And so they gave me the best incentive, right, to go back to sales because I was a really good salesperson, but I couldn't deal with the pressure of the shit. So they had said uh if I didn't take the sales position, then I was gonna have to take a pay cut. And I was like, ain't that some bullshit? And yo, I literally took the pay cut. Now there was one person in my job that she was in the same department as me, and she didn't want to take the pay cut because we got paid really good. And I was like, fuck it, like you know what, God will provide something else for me. I know. I was like, it ain't worth my mental health. Ain't nothing worth my mental health. It really isn't. Nope. I done been through hard shit so many times. Like there were so many times when I was by myself, um, having to take care of my mom, me and my two kids by myself. I was not with my honey. I literally was the sole breadwinner of the house. I didn't get to see my kids as much because I was working two full-time jobs. I would literally work from uh from 7:30 to 3:30, and then my next job started at 4, so I literally had a half an hour break to get to my second job that would be from 4 o'clock to 12:30. Yep. So, and this time I was like, yo, I'm not doing that. Like one thing that I learned from going through all that shit in the past, like I used to always tell myself, like I would rather be stressed out and not have to stress out about money and never have to worry about money. Nah, man, fuck that. I learned, I learned that is not the way to do it. That is not the way to do it. At least that's not the way that I can do it anymore. I think when I was like younger, I could handle it better, but yeah, I almost died 5 times in a fucking car accident. I can't deal with like mental stress like that, not like I used to. And then I've been clean now for a year and I think I'm going. No, yo, I've been what? 14 months. That's wild as fuck. That's crazy. Yo, I didn't even realize that till now. That's wild as fuck. Yeah, you gotta pat yourself on the motherfucking back. So, anyways, um, yeah, watch out. We're watching that murder mystery type shit. That's all I'm gonna say about that, y'all, because that shit was addictive as hell. Okay, so what I'm gonna grab right now is, yeah, I cleaned up all of, I'm so proud of myself. Like, I was so freaking productive. I was so damn productive. All right, y'all, hold on 1 second. All right. Acting so damn wild all day. Okay, so I like to go ahead and down. Actually, you know what? I do feel like this one needs a little bit more, so I'm gonna put a little bit more on the middle finger. Yo, and you know what's so crazy is that nobody, like right now, nobody is in my house on like using the internet. Yo, everybody be on the PS5s. Matter of fact, let me shut down my fucking computer because I'm getting pissed off with this. I'm gonna put this bitch on sleep because there is no reason for my internet to be acting so damn stupid today. Like, yo, it's act. So, anyways, I felt like I needed to add a little bit more of the polygel, one more bead. Here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and do that. And I wasn't gonna do 2 lives in a row, but tomorrow I'm gonna be too excited to, because I got the mochi gel dark, what is it? In. Yep. So I'm like, nope. I definitely gonna go live tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. It's probably be something mixed up with something. I don't know. I'm gonna look at Cause this is like my escape though. Like, yo, today some of the people, they were like, mm-mm, at work. It was a lot. It was a lot today. And it didn't help. I was watching all that murder shit. I think that's what was throwing off my energy too. Yeah, cause like when you watch like that shit is like real. Like energy is real. You know what's so crazy? One thing I did with my daughter, right? Because she used to think like energy was like anytime I talked about like metaphysical stuff with her, she would think like woo type shit, you know. So I literally brought her out to the ocean, um, well, to like the river, right? And we were like standing right next to the rocks, and so um, she's like really curious about like a lot of stuff. She's curious about like manifestation and like the universe and shit like that, you know. But I want her to find her own way, and you know, I raised her to believe in God and stuff like that, but I definitely want her to find her own way. I want both to, of course, like have um, the main principles, but I did want them to find their own way in um, in what they wanted. Christian, one week we were Catholic. Like I ain't know from one week to the other what the fuck we were in our house growing up. One time, yo, I remember one time when we were younger, right? Um, I was having nightmares all the time, and when your alcohol starts, this is just like your when it starts having like that color to it. See how it's like it's no longer clear. You want to clear that shit out. You want to dump it out because you don't want it to be messing up your polygel. See, and here we go again. Like my my shit is acting up. Make sure that I hook up a different camera because I've been using my laptop a lot, and one thing that I noticed on my iPad and my laptop, I have hardwired, and that like anytime I'm using it, it does. See, like right now, this shit is starting to skip and starting to irritate me. Um, okay, so this right here, I like take the the sticky layer off of here. Take that sticky ass layer off of it. Use a scrubber. I like to use a scrubber. Take it off, and then I use the um, I'll use a lint-free white to finish up the job. But I don't know how lint-free these really be, to be honest with you, because half of the time Because half the time when I use the lint free ones, somehow I get lint on here. Okay, so look, we got a whole little on up here. We got a whole little just we gonna slay the shit out of these nails. Like, alright, so first thing we're gonna do is grab our Melody Susie. Now, one thing, the nail duster, what is this called? Nail dust collector. Now, I use the little filters that go on top of it. Okay, this is going to save you so much money. Go ahead and get rid of that. And it comes with like 200. If you go to the Amazon storefront store, I'm gonna go ahead and if you look at our other link live, let me go ahead and pin it in the comments so y'all can see it. One second. I don't even want to have this bitch open because she acting so stupid. Alright, give me a second. And if you look up in the Amazon storefront and just go ahead and look through these, you'll be able to see the ones that I purchased for them. And or just look up, it's depending on which ones you actually use, because I had the square one as well, so I have two different ones, but I like the Melody Susie better. Here, I don't want it acting stupid, and I'll put it in the description afterwards. But I'm gonna put this bitch to sleep because I don't know. This is what's pulling on my internet. But it don't make no sense because I usually have my husband and my son playing PlayStation. My mom, she be on Netflix. Everybody be using the damn Wi-Fi. Alright, so anyways, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use this bit right here. This one's gonna always get you right. Okay. This one right here. Okay. I'm not gonna change it out because I used this same bit to clean up this one. The other 5, so we're gonna go ahead and clean that one up with the same one. Alright, and then let's go ahead. Yo, my big ass was about to sit on this and break this bitch. I would have been so mad. Alright, so it's gonna get a little loud. And actually, oh damn, I didn't even, did I charge it? Oh no, I didn't even charge it. Alright, well, then it ain't gonna get that loud. But you want to make sure that it's on when you're doing it. And if you don't put it on, just make sure that you, even when you're not, even when you have it on, put on your mask. Because this shit will go up your nose, make you sick. This will snatch up your sides, snatch up the front, snatch up any bumps that you have. And the way that I do it is I just look at it the same way that I'm doing my Polygel. I look at the sides. We're about to get into a story time after I do this part. So yeah, you want to make sure you get the sides all snatchy. And I like to, even when I'm recreating my own shit, like, I still like to give it like a different flair to it than from my original. So look, if you see that right there, we about to snatch her all the way up. So if it's a little bumpy, don't even worry about it. This is going to snatch it right back up. There's one thing that I love about this bit right here. This bit was like a saving grace in the beginning for me, because sometimes I would sit here for like an hour and a half just sitting here filing, and I'm a perfectionist as well, so it would drive me insane if it didn't come out perfect. Yeah, we about to get into some story time. But my dad, yo, my dad was crazy as fuck though. I remember, um, I was in um criminology, right? Well, I was studying criminology, and I think I was in like criminology 101. Um, and I was in, and I had just started like learning like about the laws and like what police officers were allowed to do and shit like that. And my dad, I don't know, like he was on like a lot of meds that they had him on from the VA, which like really pissed me off because I used to like tell the VA doctor like why they had him on so many different meds. Like it didn't make no sense. Um, and they wouldn't want to listen to me and shit like that because they would only listen to my dad, even though I was like telling them like, you know, like shit was getting crazy in my house. Well, I wasn't living there, but I was like taking care. I lived right across the street. Um, so I would come and check up on my father and stuff, and he would be up for like hours, like so many days straight, and then he would crash out for like days. And this was all off of medications that he was getting from the VA. And I never understood like why they had him on so many medications. They kept on trying to tell me like this was the stuff that he needed and blah blah blah. But when he ended up in the hospital, his body literally went into like withdrawal, and um it was pretty like traumatic and shit like that. Like I don't even really want to get like too deep into it, but the meds made him do like crazy shit. And now did my dad do like, you know, crazy shit anyways before that? Like yeah. My dad was funny as fuck, um but anyways, one day, right, I literally see all these cops in front of my parents' house, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why are all these cops in front of my parents' house like that? So I walk in front of the house, and I see a cop about to walk in my parents' house, and I literally like flipped the fuck out because I didn't understand what the fuck the cop was doing. Or I was like, I thought the worst. Like I didn't know if my father had passed away. Like I didn't know. Um, so like I ran across the street, and then I see my dad at the door, and I could tell that he wasn't all there. And I had like power of attorney um, on him. Yo, my dad had literally walked out of fucking Walmart with a. It made no sense. He walked out of fucking Walmart with a cart full of shit, like TVs, brand new computers. Why did this fool have more than 10 grand on him, on in cash in his pocket? Okay, not even on like his credit card or on his debit card. but just cash. He had cash, and still, literally walked out of fucking Walmart with all this shit. And so I did not know what the fuck happened, but the cop is about to walk into the house, and at the time I'm like 24, no, 22, 23, some shit like that. I was in my 20s, anyways, I was in my early 20s. And like I said, I had just started learning like the bare minimums of what cops are allowed to do. You know, they can't come inside your house without your permission, like unless they have a search warrant. A lot of times they'll like trick you into shit like that. I didn't know what my dad had did, but I knew my dad obviously had to have done something if we had fucking cops in front of the house and shit. And since he wasn't there mentally, they don't ever, like, the cops don't care that you have a mental illness and shit like that. They just care that you did a crime and your ass is going to jail, point blank period. So the cop was like, as soon as he was about to walk inside the house, I like jumped in front of him and I was like, yo, where are you going? And he was like, ma'am, what are you doing? And I was like, I have power of attorney. And he was like, well, your father let me, no, he was like, you need to move your father let me, he let me, come inside the house. And I was like, that's my father. And I have power of attorney. So he can't give you any authorization to do shit. So I was like, back the fuck up. Like, no. And so he was like, that's fine. The officer was pissed that I was there. Yo, he was so mad that I was there. And then my dad was like, don't worry. I'm going to go outside and talk to them. And I was like, Pops, you not in the right state of mind. Like, Poppy, what are you doing? Like, sit your ass down. What the fuck are they here for? And then, no lie. So I looked to the corner in the dining room, and I see 3 flat screen TVs. There's no reason why he needed 3 flat screen TVs. We had in that house, it was a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, living room. He had an office. He turned the porch into the office. He already had TVs everywhere. There was a TV in the kitchen. There was a TV everywhere. So I really do feel like it was the medication. Am I trying to like say like my dad, like am I trying to like not have him have accountability? Nah, I'm just saying like real shit. Like look up certain medications. Like that shit is mad weird. Like it really does make you do crazy. It makes you do like crazy weird shit. Like steal. Like it didn't make no sense. And so when I saw all that shit there, I remember I asked the officer. No, the officer was like, we have information that there is stolen goods in the house. And I was like, well, you're not coming inside the house without a search warrant. So call up your sergeant, call up whoever you need to call, and then I'll let you guys in. Because at the end of the day, like, if he had really taken the shit, like I couldn't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got to face up to what the fuck he did. But when I saw all the shit there, I was like, damn, like, are you fucking serious, bro? And there was like so many times that after my dad had gotten on medication and shit like that, he just, yo, it was the weirdest shit. My dad never like was like a fucking stealer. Like he didn't like steal. Like, well, I mean, technically he did steal. He stole fucking electricity for 25 years in the last live I was telling y'all about. But you know, like I don't talk shit because like I know my dad had to do what he had to do to feed his family. But that shit right there, that didn't make no sense. Like there was no reason for him to take that shit. And I don't really agree with stealing anyways, but I understand that different circumstances have different shit that happens, and I get it. And I understand, like, it is what it is. So, so I end up telling the officer or whatever, you know, like, you know, I'm not going nowhere. Like, you're gonna have to call up your sergeant or whatever, and when you get the sergeant, then you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. Like, so I guess the sergeant had told him to grab the, or the, I guess the sergeant, lieutenant, whatever it was, that he said. Okay, so you see like the difference though. Like, look how crazy it is. That shit cleared. That up so like it cleaned it up and made them look perfect. Like, we could still clean it up a little bit more, but I don't want to keep going too much because I want to add builder gel, and then after I add the layers of builder gel, then I want to go ahead and like snatch them completely up. Alright, so we're gonna do rose and sakura. So we're gonna do a rose on the pinky, the pointer, and the thumb. I like when I like when the three are the same and the two in the middle are different. So we're going to take inspiration off of that. And one thing I do believe in is magic. I love magic. Magic is so real to me. And it literally lets like that inner child part of me out. And yeah, it makes me feel good. But anyway, so yeah, getting back to my dad, right? So my dad, he's literally trying to talk to me and tell me that he's gonna go outside and talk to the cops. He's like, don't worry about it. They're trying to talk to me. And I'm telling my father, if you walk out that door, they're going to arrest you. I'm trying to get him to listen to me, but because I'm the daughter, of course he's not listening to me. Like, he's trying to like, you know, he's trying to like see like tell me like I don't know better, like he knows better. He knows the cops are trying to like help him and stuff like that. And I was like, why would you think the cops are trying to help you if you did some dumb shit? And to him, he felt like if he could just like explain to them like, hey, I didn't mean to do this. I can go back to like I can go pay for it right now, blah blah blah. I was like, that's not gonna happen. Like you're better off going to Walmart, bring that shit, leave it in the like, put that in the cart, throw it back in, put it in the cart, and just throw it in the cart and roll it in that bitch. Like no, there was no reason for you to even take any of that shit. But he wasn't listening to me, and he was a hardhead, and God rest his soul. Papi, you know I ain't lying about you. You know you was a hardhead. You ain't listening to shit I said, and I was a hardhead. I got it from you and mommy, so. But anyway, so I'm telling him, like, he was like, at first he was happy that, like, he couldn't believe, like, the cop could not walk in after I told him, like, he couldn't walk in after I told him that. And then I felt like, no lie, like, I felt like he wanted to, like, one up me because I had told the cop, like, no, look, like, watch this, but he wasn't in the right state of mind. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I don't know, it was kind of weird. So I was just trying to tell him like, Pop, like this is how it works. Like you can't do nothing. Like if they come back with a search warrant, like you're screwed. Like we need to just bring this stuff back and try and hope that they like, you know, just tell them, show them that you do have like paperwork, and that's it. And then pay for the stuff if you really want it. Like, if this is all the stuff you really wanted to buy, just pay for it. You had the money. Like, but he thought that he could talk to the cops. Like, no, you have the stuff already in the house. They don't want to hear that shit. Like, once you leave the store, it don't work like that. Once you leave the store, they don't even want to hear that. I watched this one scammer that it's literally on one of the lives we did on reactions last week, that she took the tags off in the store and she still hadn't even walked out the store and they yoked her up in the store. So I didn't even know that was possible. But I already knew, like, yo, if you already got the stuff out the store, no. You've already done it. You're gonna get in trouble. Like you're gonna no. And then at the time, like all that stuff came out to be like close to like $2,500. So it was just so crazy, and so he wasn't listening to me. So he walks outside. He's like, "Let me talk to the cop." The moment I'm trying to pull my father back into the house, and I'm telling him, I'm like, "Papi, don't go outside. Wait until they have the search warrant, and hopefully they leave. Um, and we can go talk to Walmart and go pay for it." But he wasn't listening to me, and I tried to grab him, but he wasn't listening to me, and he walked outside. Literally, the moment they didn't even see the stuff in the house, the moment he walked outside, and of course because they had him, they had on the cameras, so they didn't even need to really I don't know why they couldn't go inside the house and grab him. But the moment he walked out the door, that was it. Like, they grabbed him and they put him behind bars. And then, like, I still remember that day was like so, like, it felt like my heart like had sank into my ass. Just because, like, I felt like I felt so helpless, like I couldn't do shit, you know? And and it's like, even when they do like things, when you know they have like a mental illness and stuff, like, you have more compassion. And I'm not talking about, like, I'm not trying to, like, downplay like certain mental illnesses, but like certain people just try to like certain people just try to use it like always a like a scapegoat. And even with my own mental illness, like, I take accountability for a lot of my shit. um I remember even like talking to my kids about, like, I really felt like I just wanted them to just know, like, I wanted them to understand that they didn't have nothing to do with the reason why I had addiction problems. And I didn't know, like, the whole time they felt like I wasn't taking, um, they felt like I wasn't taking accountability because I was telling them that. In my head, I just didn't want them to grow up thinking that they felt like it was their fault. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want, because I had to work so much, and I did cry a lot because I missed them a lot, and I had a lot of mommy guilt, because I missed a lot of milestones, you know, and that's stuff that um, I still heal from to this day. But I had no idea that they had felt like that or whatever. And when they actually told me that, like, I never brought it up again. I really wanted them to just know that the reason why I was like that was because, you know, was for my own, it was my own shit that I had to deal with. It had nothing to do with them. I just wanted to make sure that they knew that, and I didn't know that in the process I was hurting their feelings, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that shit, so it had taken some time for them to understand that. But anyways, the whole point I even bring that up is because I think that sometimes people just the they take some of their mental illness, and they use it as a scapegoat. And I don't think that's cool either. Like, I do think that you have to take responsibility for your shit. All right, so I'm running out of some of this Sakura. So I'm going to mix some of my clear builder gel in here. Come on, girl. Get in there. Yeah. You're doing too much, girl. Go down. Let me see, did I fill it up too much? I think I filled it up too much, y'all. Alright, so we're gonna mix this a little bit with this. And I'm doing a little sloppy. It don't matter because this right here, we're gonna make it look real pretty. I just want it for the color real quick. And then we're gonna mix it all up. Because my Sakura is running out. This is one of the best presents I got. Was this little builder gel kit. Alright, so we're gonna mix this up. So it has that pretty purple, that pretty hot pink. So yeah, so anyways, so yeah, he ended up going to jail for like, that shit was like grand larceny, because it was like more than $500. It was grand theft. And even though we like went to the courthouse and brought his paperwork and stuff like that, they weren't trying to hear that shit. And there was a lot of times like my father didn't like act right, and but I understand it, like, how many times are you going to be like, if everybody has mental illness, like, how can you say, like, okay, you have a mental illness, you can get away with doing crime? Like, I got it, I understood it, but you want to protect your family as well, you know? And, yeah, it sucked though, because, like, I just remember, like, he looked back at me and he had called my name out, and like, I couldn't do anything because I had told him not to go outside. Like, I was like trying to help him from the beginning, and then when he called my name out, like, he thought I could stop what was happening, and I couldn't stop it. So it sucked. So we ended up having to bail him out. And then it sucked, bro, because, like, after a while, like, he was doing, like, a lot of, like, crazy shit. And I kept on trying to, like, me and my brother Anthony, the same brother I was talking about the other day that was like constantly starving me and whooped my ass. Uh, when I was younger and shit, like, when we got older, like, we were always like looking out for my pops. So when he would do stupid shit and end up in like jail for like shit like that, we were always looking for money to like get him out of jail. And then, like, I remember one time, Like, yeah, it was crazy as hell. Like, this was like right before he had passed away. He had been in jail for a minute, and we were like debating on whether like we were gonna take him out or if we were gonna have to like teach him a lesson, like, because my father had turned into like a child at this point. Like every time he went to jail, he was just expecting us to like take him out, and like we grown at the same time, like, and I get it, like I wasn't trying to keep my dad in jail and shit, but at the same time it's like, God, like I got kids too, I got bills I gotta pay, and then I'm over here bailing your ass out. All right, after you put the builder gel, you want to turn it upside down. And I always do this. I put a little bit of polygel and then I put the builder gel on top of it. Even if I put like a clear layer of builder gel, I like the way that it looks. It just gives it like a nice glossy look to it, and it takes away some of the scratches that sometimes it can give, like if you have harsh scratches on it. Okay. I just messed it up. I stripped it like a dummy. Hold up, y'all. I'm just gonna clean that up. But yeah, I feel like when we had gotten here from when we were younger, like a lot of the stuff, like when he finally had gotten like money, I feel like when he started getting on his medication, like the medication, he was like still trapped in the mindset of like what he had to do to feed his family before, if that makes sense. Like I don't think it like really like hit him that he didn't have to uh like struggle anymore, you know. um and then on top of that, that fucking medicine that he was on that nobody listened to me about, I don't know what the hell it was. I knew it was some type of, first of all, they had him on a whole bunch of Xanax, which I don't know if y'all ever looked up, but for some reason that shit be making people steal. That I've seen so many people. I've had friends that told me that they did Xanax one time, right? They tried Xanax one time and they never stole shit in their life, and they ended up stealing some shit the one time they did Xanax. And I thought that shit was like mad weird because, um, you know, it wasn't the first time I heard that shit. And I was kind of like, growing up, I was kind of like, well, after that shit happened with my father, all right, we're going to put it in there for 120 seconds so it can dry up. And then we're going to do like another little cute layer of it. And then we're going to follow it up, make it look real cute, and add all the cute little charms. And then I got the Care Bear stickers. We got these ones right here. We're going to make them look real cute. And I got I was thinking about, see, because we got like this right here. We have these little charms right here. Then I have the teddy bear
And I was thinking about going ahead and making like the teddy bear, like painting the teddy bear. Um, maybe pink or something, or even leaving it the way it is. I don't know. Or putting like a pink bow on it, coloring this part pink. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and while that's going, let's change up this little teddy bear right here and make it nice and pink. But yeah, that shit like, yo, that shit hurt a lot seeing my father go through all that stuff. Like I wanted to like save my father, you know, from all the crazy shit that he was doing. But at the same time, like I was also growing up and you know, I can't save my father from all the stuff that he was doing. Don't forget to like. Thank you for all the likes. Don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate all the love I've been getting lately. Like, yo, y'all been showing so much love. I really appreciate it. Like, this is definitely my little safe space where I can like release and just truly be myself and not care and not worry about who's listening to me or what, and not feel judged. And like that's all I ever wanted, was to have my own little community where I could just truly just be transparent and just tell my truth and just live in my truth and not feel ashamed of it, you know? So I really appreciate all y'all that come through and just show love and just say, even if you just say what's up and just send some love. Like I really appreciate all the love. Cause life be life and I don't I don't think people realize how much the smallest things make a difference in people's lives. So yeah, we're gonna change this over here, make it cute and pink. Yeah, it's the craziest shit too, you know, like after my father passed away, like I felt like there was so much things that happened that like I was like mad angry with God about, you know? And then like after he passed away, like I just felt like there was just so much that I was supposed to learn from that like I couldn't understand it at the time at all. Like at the time I felt like I was nothing but a victim. Like I just felt like there was nothing but bad shit constantly fucking happening to me. And I just didn't understand like why didn't God love me like he loved everybody else? You know? I felt like that. And and it wasn't that at all. Like that whole time it was just like shit that I had to like go through. And it wasn't even like only shit I had to go through. Like everybody had to have their own stuff that they were going through, you know? Um but there was a lot of stuff that I had learned through um everything that I experienced with my father that um I would never think that I would ever be grateful for. Um, and I am grateful for it now, but I understand it a lot better now than I did back then, you know? But shit was crazy as fuck, yo. My dad did the craziest shit growing up. Like, that's why I'll never like down somebody for doing what they have to do to like feed their family, cause shit be hard out here, and it, like, sometimes, like, people be so quick to judge people, but, like, you don't know what you have to do when your back is up against the wall. Like, I walked away from 13 felonies, you know? And at the time, what I was trying to do was just feed my family and make sure that I was taking care of what I needed to take care of. And getting paid $10 an hour wasn't cutting it. Um, and would I do it again? Yeah. Do I think it was right what I did? No. Um, um, I had to go to court for I had to go to drug court for prescription fraud, and I had 13 felonies because of that, and I had to take drug court for that. And it was crazy as fuck. Like, they had me on misdemeanor probation and regular probation. And it ain't shit that I'm like proud about, but it ain't shit that I'm like ashamed about either. You know? Like, like I did what I did. I paid my debt to society for what the fuck I did. And I'm not gonna keep crying about it and feeling like, oh, I'm a horrible fuck up. Like, I learned what I learned, and I wouldn't do that shit again, you know. And it was so crazy too, because the doctor that I had worked for at the time, he wanted to send me back to school for at the time I was a medical assistant, and he was willing to send me and pay for my schooling to become a physician assistant. And I completely fucked that up. Like, it was so stupid. But, you know, you live and you learn. And I probably would have never finished the physician assistant. I was always, like, mad creative. Like, I literally did the healthcare shit because, not that it's shit, but, like, I did it because of my family. Like, they just wanted me to have a secure job, and they felt like healthcare was where I needed to be. And my youngest sister always wanted to be a nurse. And so my mom wanted me to do the same thing as my younger sister, but she did medical assistant first, and now she's a registered nurse. And I did medical assisting first, and just doing the medical assisting, I knew I didn't want to be a nurse, especially after my father died, because I worked in the hospital. Before I worked in the doctor's office, I worked in the hospital as a financial counselor. Now, where I did thrive at was like the business aspect of things. You know, I remember being fucking 10 years old and playing CEO. I was Dominique Flores was my name, and I had a baby toy steering wheel that I used to put on the headboard of my car, and I would act like I was getting inside my Beamer. And it was so funny because my sister always wanted to play something else, and I didn't even know what a CEO was, but I just knew that they were the head bitch in charge. So I was like, that's what I want to be. Like, I want to be the big dog. And so we had like a typewriter at the time. We didn't have like a computer. We just had like this old school typewriter and like this old phone. So my sister would act like my assistant. Her name was Star. And so, and you could literally ask my sister. She used to hate playing this game. Like, she liked playing it because if she played it, then I would play whatever she wanted to play.
But other than that, I'd be like, no, I want to play this. And so I would always tell her, like, no, let's play this. And then I promise you we're going to play this. But then I'd lie, and then I wouldn't want to play whatever the fuck she wanted to play. I just wanted to play what I wanted to play. And she would get so mad at me. Because she's like, you promised. You're such a liar. You promised me we were going to play that. I'd be like, shut up. We're not going to play that. We're going to play this. But anyways, I had a lot of fun times with my sister too. I did a lot of fucked up shit to my little sister too at the same time. I remember one time we were sitting there, and this was like one of the times that I got my ass whooped by my brother, and my brother, I wasn't allowed to have boys call in my house, right? And if I had any boys call in my house, boy oh boy, that was gonna be an ass whooping. And I don't know why I would still give out my phone number like I had no damn sense. So I would still like play Russian roulette. Like, I don't know. I guess I was a damn rebel, or I was just a glutton for punishment. It was one or the other. And so my brother, well, so this dude, his name was Mike, and he used to go by Boom. Yo, if he ever sees this, he's gonna be like, what the fuck? And so, and I think his name on Facebook is Boom too. And if you look up my Facebook, he'll be one of my friends. I'm pretty sure he goes by Boom as his Facebook name. Anyways, at the time, he was like, he had this thing where he would like always date like the one girl that everybody liked at the time. And I guess at that time, at that moment in school, in middle school, I was that girl. And I was just coming into junior high school. I was 11 years old. Everybody else was 13. And because I came from New York, I was mad young. So, anyways, he comes up to me, and like I don't know, he used to always do this thing where any new girl, it was like his thing to, and I wasn't a new girl, but I guess to them I was a new girl because I didn't go to the elementary school with them. I just started in the junior high school, and so to them I was like a new girl. So he had already dated like all the other new girls, and I guess it was my turn. And so he had asked for my number, and I had felt like so like, oh my god, he actually likes me. You know how we be doing when we're young and shit like that. And so I gave him my phone number, and when I gave him my phone number, I had told him like, yo, you gotta call me between this time and this time. Do not call me in, because that was the time that I knew my brothers weren't gonna be home. And so of course his dumbass doesn't call me until after the time that I told him to call. So he calls, my brother answers. Oh my god. When I tell you, I saw stars, birdies, all sorts of shit over my fucking head that night. My god. My brother just asked me, he literally asked me for my he asked for my phone number, and so my dumbass gave it to him, and I should have known better, and I didn't. I still wanted to be a little fucking rebel,
And so I gave it to him, and like I said, I told him to call during this time and this time. Didn't fucking listen. And he called at the time that he wanted to call. And when he called, man, I saw stars, birdies, all sorts of shit over my head. Like, it was crazy as fuck. My brother was so mad. He was like, so you got... And then what was so funny, we lived in Melbourne, right? So my brother used to call them Melheads. He would be like, anybody from Melbourne, like if I was talking to any boy from Melbourne, he'd be like, oh, they're Melheads. So you dating Melheads? Oh, is that what's going on? You dating Melheads? And it was like a rivalry, because my brother used to go to his school was a rivalry with the Melbourne school. And so so when he saw that I was dating somebody from Melbourne, or a boy from Melbourne was calling me, boy, like I said, I saw stars that night. And I didn't even want to go to school the next day. I was so embarrassed that everybody was going to be able to see that, because my eyes were so swollen from me crying. And then I would always have to lie about why I was crying. My parents would be like, why was you crying? Why are you always crying? I was always getting my ass whooped. That's why I was always crying. But I would always have to lie about this shit. So I would just tell them that I was crying because, I don't know. I don't even remember half of the shit that I would tell them. I would always come up with some reason that I was crying. And it was crazy as fuck. But anyway, so then, yeah, it was my turn. And we were dating. And we weren't even dating. We were just talking on the phone. And I remember my brother even went to school looking for him, because he even had the balls. He even had the balls to tell my brother who he was. Like, my name's Mike. I'm calling for Sarah. So I go by Chi, or Chi-Chi. And so he has said, I'm calling for Sarah. And my brother got so tight just from the way, like, he asked for me and everything. Was like, the hell? Like, I know he's not talking like he's big tough shit and asking for you. And yep, I got my ass whooped for that one. And so I want this to look as much of a Care Bear as possible. I want to make her purple. We're going to, I want to make sure that my shit don't die. Last time it died. I'm about to put this on the charger in a second. Let me flash cure this. And actually, I'm going to put this in here to cure. We're going to cure our little teddy bear. And bring the nails back out. Oh, yes. Look how sexy them things are looking. Yes, girl, yes. That's why I say you gotta, girl, that builder gel. That's that shit. Okay. So now that we got that, I thought I was gonna need 2 coats of that. We ain't gonna even need that. Baby girl on point. Okay, so I'm going to take that tacky layer off of the builder gel, because now we're going to start adding the charms to it.
And you don't have to do this. You can always just go straight and put top coat directly on it. But I like to do the base coat on top of the stickers, and then put the top coat and base coat. After I brush it off, I just grab one of these bad boys. Okay. I gotta figure out what set. I'm probably gonna do another set tonight so that I know what set I'm doing tomorrow. Cause I like to have something like some type of inspiration, but I like to have the duality going on. So we gotta have a little bit of darkness mixed with light. So the other day was a little bit of dark. Today's gonna be a little light. So tomorrow's gonna be like a mixture. So let's go ahead, and I wanna do what we're gonna do first. I think what we're going to do is okay, so first we're going to add the sweet right here. Or should we do the purple? Hold on. Let's get the purple there out. Make sure she's nice and dry. Okay. Let's add the purple to the nose. The little snout as well, so that it can be nice and purple as well. But yeah, don't let anybody tell you because you're using charms and stickers that you're not an artist. Like, this shit takes time too. Putting it together, like, all this shit takes time, okay? And sometimes the freestyle of it all, even with the charms, that hurts your brain doing that. You still gotta be an artist to make it look cute. So don't ever let anybody play on your top and make you feel less than. You know, and sometimes it's not even nobody else. Sometimes it can just be you. I can't tell you how many nail sets I did before I promised myself that I was going to force myself to go live on a regular basis. Whether I was talking to myself or not, I did not give a damn. I was going to be doing this regardless. Alright, so since she's nice and pink now, nice and purple now, we're going to go ahead and I'm probably going to do another coat of purple. And put it back in here to dry again. Okay. So we're going to do, I'm going to make a couple of these on here. dark purple so that it matches. Let's see. Let's add this one right here. And this is like one of my favorite parts as well, is when you add your own flavor to the charm too. Like if you look at some of the art pieces or the nail pieces that I do, I will do like buildable, like uh or like what's it called, like charm stacking. There's something else that's that they call it as well, like nail art stacking is like what they call, like when you're doing like different layers of um, colors and nail art or whatever, and polishes and stuff like that. For me, I like to do like the charm stacking, and it's art. It's still art, and this is so much fun to me. Like I can do this for hours. Find whatever passion you have that will let you get lost for hours and don't stop doing it. The money will come. I promise you the money will come. But if you're doing this just for the money, you're probably still gonna make really good money. I ain't gonna even lie. But you still gotta, have the buffer and the time for it. But I just didn't want to repeat that same lesson and keep on doing something that I didn't want to do, you know? I wanted to get into something that I actually enjoy to do with my time. Now, all of this takes time. You do have to take the time out to even do these parts, and you don't have to do this if you don't want to. To me, this is part of the fun of doing like the charm stacking and making the charms, you know, customized to you. And I'm one of those people too that I like to have things that other people don't have. So I like to customize my own things. So even if I have like charms, I like to make them my own and add my own flair to it, you know? And if you love art and your thing is like bling and like bedazzling stuff, like I've seen so many people do so many creative different things, and it's so dope. Like I saw this one girl, she was selling pens. I saw another girl, she was doing cups, and she would just literally add her own flair to whatever cup it was. Like if they wanted it to be like a certain team, she would look up the team and make the cup that color and add like stickers and all sorts of stuff. Like I just think that's so dope when you add your own flair to things. But I think I really needed this break off of what I was watching, because I was watching some dark ass shit. Because if I didn't go on live today, boy, that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been watching a whole bunch of dark shit until I fell asleep tonight.
because I was supposed to go with my honey to go see his mom today, and but I told him I was going live, so I didn't want to do that. But I definitely gotta go see his mom because his mom is getting older and she's such a sweetheart. Yo, some people when they get older they get fucking meaner, bro. And she is such a sweetheart. Like, yo, when she was younger, yo, I used to do the craziest shit with my honey because we were high school sweethearts. So we got together when I was uh 13, about to be 14, and he was 14, about to be 15. And let's see. Should I leave it like that? I feel like I'm gonna add one more different purple to this because I feel like it's more blue than purple. So let's add one more purple to that. But yeah, so she used to be mean as fuck, bro. But I mean, I don't know what I would do if I had two little bad baby kids in the house, like doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do either. I respected her to the fullest though. Like, yo, she said some crazy ass shit to me, which in hindsight definitely deserved. I don't think I deserved it completely, but some of the shit she said was wild as fuck. But definitely, I was like, I need to get my ass whooped for doing some of the shit that I did in her house. I never disrespected her. I mean, I guess it was disrespectful being inside the room with her son with the door closed and stuff like that. But like we were young and stupid, you know. But anyways, whole point is she got cooler like the older she got, and she's just like real sweet to me. Like every time she sees me now, she gives me like a whole bunch of hugs and kisses, and she just loves on me so much. And I don't know if it was because like after we broke up, she hated his girlfriend. Like she hated his girlfriend with a passion. It was so funny. I remember there were so many times that I would go to drop off the kids to her. And Mauricio would be going to like my honey would be going to pick them up because he would have to like go to work or something like that, like he had a job or something, and I would have to go to like my second job. I needed a babysitter, so she would be able to watch them until he got done with his job and then pick them up. And boy, she would always try and get me to like talk to her about like who I was dating, and And he was actually like dating somebody else completely, like, and she would be like trying to talk to me about um him and how she missed me and how she wished me and him were back together, and I was like, girl, I thought you barely liked me. Like, what? Since when you want me and your son back together? But I guess you don't know what you have until, you know what I'm saying, until it's gone. And yo, she said some crazy shit to me, like, our first son um passed away, right? And he had anencephaly. And anencephaly is when you don't have enough folic acid in your body. Um, and the baby doesn't develop the full part of the brain, like the full skull. And so I refuse to have a what's it called, a abortion. And it was like mad sad because at that time I was 15 when I got pregnant, and my family and his family were so fucking disappointed in us because there were 6 of us, and I was supposed to be the first one I was number 5, and I was supposed to be the first one graduating high school. And so my parents saw it as, oh my God, the first one that was supposed to graduate high school. And now, mind you, my brothers got their GED, but to my dad and my mom, like, my brothers and sisters got like their GED, but they wanted to be part of, like, you know, a real graduation. And they wanted me to have that for them. And I never planned to not graduate high school. And I graduated high school and everything. And I went to college and everything. And so, all right. So now we got a little different purple so that it matches with the teddy bear. Okay, we're gonna put that in there too. Go ahead and what's it called? Can't even talk right now. To go ahead and dry up. Okay. Now we got our little teddy bear here. And we're gonna put this teddy bear right here, and I want to add the purple right next to it. Okay, so first we're going to add the base coat right here. I could have left this one without with the tacky layer, but I didn't know how I was gonna do it yet. Actually, you know what? Before that, I still gotta figure out what I'm doing. Hold on. Let me see. I think what we're gonna do is if we do love, if we do the heart there, the pink, and then we do Care Bears right there. I do this one here
with the cute Care Bear there. I'm gonna have to do another pink one here. Yeah, we're gonna do a pink one there. Let's grab another teddy bear. And we're gonna make this one pink. Damn, I should have just left it pink. Oh well. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one pink. I don't know why that song Love has been stuck in my head, y'all. Maybe because I was at that wedding. I don't know. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, she was like mean as fuck to me, yo. That shit was wild. And then afterwards, then she was like so nice to me, and she wanted me around all the time. She would always ask for me. That was like one thing that I did have, boy. I was so charming when it came to moms. Oh my goodness. Moms will always fall in love with me. Every boyfriend that I ever had, their moms would always love me. But I was raised like to be respectful. So, oh yeah, so like I was saying, yo, I'm so sorry. I be all over the damn place. Like one thing that you're gonna learn about me is that I will go from one subject to another, come back, go all the way around. Once you're friends with me, once you're family with me, you'll see. You get used to my shenanigans. So, anyways, so yo, we were mad young. My son had, I was 16 when I gave birth to him, and I was so mad because they had told me that he had anencephaly, right? And so I didn't have like a very like big relationship with God, but I believed enough in God to know that everything happens for a reason. And I literally had said it like, you know, if I'm not going to have this child, and this child is only because they had told us, we broke down, we cried because it was so sad. Like everybody was so disappointed in us because I was supposed to be the first one graduating, and I never said that I was gonna quit school, but I guess my parents, when they first heard it, they just automatically assumed like she's not gonna finish school, she's not gonna go to college, she's not gonna do any of those things. And I'm one of those people that like, the more you doubt me, the harder I'm gonna go. Like I'm always going to be that type of person. I'll never be anything different from that. Like, yeah, doubt me. Like that only just pushes me to go harder. And even when I was modeling, like one of the things that I loved about modeling was that like nobody believed that I was gonna be able to do it, you know? And then when I did it, yo, there were so many crazy ass fucking rumors saying that like I was doing porn and all sorts of crazy shit, because like people just couldn't believe that I had actually made it in modeling. I was getting paid in modeling. Like they just thought I was doing all sorts of crazy shit. But anyway, so my
my parents, like, they were like so sad and shit. And so they finally were okay with it. And they had come together and they were like, you know, listen, we want you to finish school. It takes a village to raise a child. We're gonna help you guys um, with the kid and with the baby, and we're gonna do this together as a family. And like everybody, like their whole attitudes changed, and everybody was just excited at that point. Like, okay, like this is what it is. Like, okay, so you had a baby at a young age. It is what it is. And then we go the um to the ultrasound. And when we go to the ultrasound, the doctor was acting mad funny. And you know, woman's intuition is always on point. Boy, I tell you, even that young, my intuition was on point, because the way he was acting, me and my honey, we like looked at each other and we both just started tearing up. We had a bad feeling something was like going on, and it was like so sad because like we had finally got everybody to be okay with, you know, what was going on, even though it was a hard pill to swallow. Everybody was okay with it now, and they were like, okay, we're gonna do this together as a family. And so they told us to come back the next day. So we come back the next day. They said, oh, it's okay. It must be the way that the baby is sitting. When you come back tomorrow, um, we just need to have uh, another test done, another ultrasound done. We're gonna do it tomorrow in the morning. And so I had a bad feeling, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna be hopeful. You know, maybe it's just me, but my gut was telling me something was fucking wrong, and yeah, I was completely right. So, anyways, and so was my honey. Like, he felt like something was wrong too, but we just didn't know what was, you know, what exactly it was. So, um, so we come back the next day, and the doctor does the ultrasound again, the same doctor. He does the ultrasound again. And then he asks, who do we want in the room with us after the results? And so I knew at that point, like, we just both just broke down and started crying, me and my honey. And we were so young. I mean, 15, and he had just turned 16. Like, we didn't know shit. We were so fucking young. And his father had passed away when he was 10 years old. So this was gonna be like another hard thing for him to deal with. You know, I had already knew like something bad was happening at that time. So anyways, and then so they end up telling us what's going on. And oh my god, when I tell you, like, we both just broke down. It was such a fucked up day. I didn't know what to do. I was crying. Things have been so much better. It was just so sad. Hold on 1 second, y'all. And it was just so sad because
because I had known like for the longest time that like things were gonna get better, you know, and I had really hoped for that. I had really just thought to myself like, no matter what, things are gonna be good. So, um, so yeah, after that, it was just so crazy because I had just felt like, okay, like things are gonna get better. I'm um, you know, no matter what happens, like we got this. So sorry, y'all, hold on. So yeah, so then after that, I was just like, you know what, fuck it, like it is what it is. Um, I'm not gonna be stressed out. But I had thought to myself like, you know, things are gonna get easier, things are gonna get better, like, um, and like I was still trying to be positive, even though they had already told us the worst fucking news possible, you know. And I was still just trying to be positive. And I remember we went to like a church. The doctor, he had to let us know, like, and what was so crazy was that like my parents had came because they were all excited. Like I said, like they had finally accepted the fact that we were going to be um, having a baby, and it was like, all right, you know, young girls have, you know, young people get pregnant all the time. It's not a big deal. Like, we can be there for you guys. We just want you to finish school. Like, just promise us you're gonna finish school. That's all we want you guys to do is just make sure you finish school. And so we had made the promise, like, yeah, we're gonna finish school. Um, and so when the had came in, I'm gonna do another I kind of want to do another thing of pink. No, I'm not going to do another thing of pink because no, we're just going to add the base coat and um yeah, we're just going to add the base coat on these two, and then figure out the rest. I kind of want to do it like a little bit darker pink on there, but I don't want to go too crazy with the pink. I'm telling you, the more I heal my inner girl, oh my God, like the better I feel, and the better I am when it comes to um when it comes to what's um better my inner child is. Like, it's so crazy. I really needed to heal her. But anyways, so yeah, so then that stuff happens, right? I don't know what to do. I'm kind of like in like my own world. Still, like, we're all like in shock, right? None of us know what to do because like none of us could believe like that's what the hell was actually happening. Like, it was fucked up and sad. How the fuck could this be happening out of, like, I felt like there were so many people that I was watching, and at that time I was watching so many people like do their own abortions on TV, like throw babies in the garbage. Like, I was like so angry for the longest time. But then we started like going to church. Oh, and what happened was, so listen to this. This is crazy as fuck because that same day, the lady at the at the what's it called? The lady at the hold on a second. Where is my purple? Where's my purple? Oh, here it is. The lady, okay, we're gonna grab some Macart rhinestone glue. But the lady, so okay, we come out of the room, right? And there's a lady that has a clipboard, right? And so she looks at me, and after they explain to us what's going on with the baby, and that the baby wasn't going to live, he was probably going to be stillborn, and if he wasn't stillborn, hold on, let's see how we're going to. Okay, I'm going to do it sideways like this, so I can add the balloons like this. Now, are these nails functional? Probably not. Are they cute as fuck? Absolutely. So I don't make functional nails, but I love to make them artsy fartsy. And if you like the kawaii nails, then you're gonna love the nails that I do because I love a bunch of charms. I love adding my own pizzazz to it as well. Damn, and the bear don't want to stay. Hold on one second. Let me go ahead and take this off because my light is dying. And I should put her ass to charge too. Okay, so we're going to add this charm here and put it on the side. We're going to put it on the side like that. And don't worry, we're going to lock it in not only with the rhinestone glue, the Macart rhinestone glue, but we're also going to put top coat on it. But I want to do it sideways so we can add the balloon, and I want to put the rainbow on top to give it that Care Bear look. Cause you know what's Care Bear without the rainbows? Like, that's the whole. Okay. And now I will be making these more shorter, but this is so that I can give myself the discipline to make myself come on here live and stop being scared of coming on live, um, and looking for excuses when I know damn well I ain't doing shit. And the same way that I'm sitting here doing nails, I could just be on live doing nails too. So, um, alright, so come on. Now we're gonna add the purple rainbow. So that's the dope thing. I have so many different rainbows here as well. Let's see. Let's get the one that starts with purple. Come here, you little bastard. And y'all, all these charms, look for them at AliExpress. Look for them. Yeah, it takes some time, but girl, when they are 50 cents, $1, and you get 100 of them, I've been building up my little charm collection for a minute. Plus, I want to start getting shit for free. I ain't gonna even front on that. Okay, so should we do love at the top? We have the, but I feel like it's not going to be big enough. It has to be like a bigger rainbow. Okay. Yeah, screw that. We're gonna go all out. Screw it. All right. And then we're gonna change the heart in the middle to dark purple. And make sure that the purple is all even. And you know, so funny is that I would definitely wear these nails. Like, all the nails that I make, I always end up wearing. It's just depending on when I'm gonna wear them, what outfit I'm gonna wear them with. You know what I'm saying? But I love like the heavy charms. And then I love the simple looks. Like, it's just depending on what mood I'm in, to be perfectly honest with you. Whatever mood I'm in, that's what it's good. Oh, come on. Y'all, she is dead. She is like, leave me alone. You have not been charging me. You keep playing with my feelings. Alright, let me grab my other.
yeah, so anyways, yeah, I'll be all over the damn place. So yeah, after that, like I didn't know, like I had faith, but I still felt like I felt like God had did me so dirty. And I just felt like, damn, I was over here struggling while I should have just let her be. And I had been charged this one up. This one's also my cart. And I just changed her up and put a whole bunch of cute little stuff on her. But I didn't know that she was all charged up. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this heart the dark purple. And let's clean it up. And I have one more thing that I need to get. Yo, I did a whole haul, and I was so mad. I need to get a phone because it was taking up too much room on my phone, and that's why I was going on live, because I kept on saying that I was gonna um go ahead and do the what's it called? I was gonna go ahead and do the how am I trying to say? The editing, and then I would always have a reason why I didn't do the editing. So I ended up just getting rid of it. But I had so much cute stuff, and I'm still waiting on some uh, nail art brushes, some manicure brushes to come. But yeah, so anyways, the lady, she ended up pissing me off, right? Because she ended up in the doctor's office. She looked at me and she saw how distraught I was, and she was like, "Listen, you don't," because the doctor had told me that if the baby most likely is not going to live full term. It won't go to term. And the way that I felt, even though I wasn't like, I was raised basically in the church, but even though I didn't have that close of a relationship like that with God, I was still raised in the church. And I say that I didn't have a close relationship with God like that only because I felt like that was the right thing to do. I didn't have a an actual relationship with God like that, you know. And then um so anyways, the lady is like, um she's like, do you want to have an abortion? Like, oh no, she says, you don't have to go full term if you don't want to. And I looked at her and I was like, God gave me this baby, and when God wants to take it back, that's God's job. That's not my job to get rid of the baby. Now, I am definitely pro choice. It is your body, it is your choice. Do I look at anybody down? I have had friends that have had, um, you know, I don't know if you're allowed to say, but you know what I mean. They didn't carry their babies full term, and they decided to go ahead and not go through with the pregnancy. And I never judged them for that.
Like, it's your body, your choice. I truly believe that. But for me, I just always felt that if I was going to have a baby, or if I got pregnant, that it was meant for me to have the child. Um, and even if that was going to happen, it was God's choice to take the baby away. That wasn't my choice. Um, Now, did I look at anybody else like, oh, you're horrible because you're having, you can't carry your baby full term? Like, no, that it's your body. You do whatever you want to. That's none of my business. These were my beliefs, and I still feel like that to this day. Like, some people really shouldn't have children, especially after some of the horrible shit that I watched today, let alone. Um, Anyways, but I truly believe that, and so I'm gonna go ahead and pair this one. Oh, I actually like the way that looks. I love it when it comes together. Okay, so we're gonna grab another one. It says love, but we are going to do this one that's nice and pink. This one is nice and pink, and it goes with that a little bit better. Yeah. Let's go ahead and add this here and make it this pink instead so that it matches. But yeah, so then I looked at her hella crazy, right? But and she was like, oh, don't worry. So then she ends up giving me a referral. So when she gave me the referral, she was like, don't worry, we're gonna send you to we're gonna send you to the hospital because they have better equipment. And I was like, okay. So I literally had hope in my heart. I was like, you know what, babe? I'm telling my honey, I'm like, you know what, babe? Maybe this is what we needed. Maybe we needed to come over here, and go to this hospital and tell us something completely different, and the baby's gonna be fine. And so that's what I was thinking, right? And we're gonna do the same thing that we did with the other one. We're just going to make this one these little hearts to go with that same one, like that. And let me go ahead and this thing is like super dead, bro. Like super duper dead. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the love. So yeah, so then and then so yeah, so then we go and you see that the when we go inside the hospital, the nurses ask for my night clothes. Like they're like, did you bring your clothes for the night? Or where's your overnight bag? And so I'm looking at my honey and I'm like, what? And I'm looking at my dad, my mom, and we're like, they never told us it was going to be overnight. We're just coming here to get a picture. I mean, to get basically, an ultrasound done. But my dad had said something like, to get a better picture of the baby. And so the lady looks at me and then she says something else. And so I'm not understanding what she's talking about. Like, we're kind of all kind of confused about what's going on at the same time that she's talking. That's so adorable. Okay. So we're gonna do the same thing here. And add that there. I don't like how this has the yellow there. I feel like we need to add pink to it. That yellow. Or even a hot pink. I don't know. Let's add a light pink to it. Yeah, let's add a light. Because that was throwing me all off. So yeah, so then the nurse, she's she's like kind of confused. She's looking at us, and I noticed she's like not really wanting to say whatever the hell is going on. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, something's up. And so my honey, he looks at me like, yeah, something's going on. I don't know what's up, but something's weird. Why are they asking for us to spend the night? And I'm like, I don't know. And so the lady walks out, and then she comes back, and she's like, she says the weirdest thing. She's like, people are going to be, when they find out, people are going to be crowding around the what did she say? People are going to be crowding around the hospital, but just ignore them. And so now I'm even more tripped up because I'm not now I really don't know what the hell is going on, because I'm not understanding where the hell you're going with this. Like, how did we go from we're spending the night and now we have to be worried about people making a scene with us because we're at the hospital. So I'm still not understanding what the fuck is happening. So come to find out, the lady that I had sat there with, that had felt bad for me about what I was going through, had thought that it was best for me to have a fucking, and it pissed me off so bad. Dare you set me up for something that I did not ask for? She had literally told me that I was going there to have, and I still remember exactly what she looks like, and I don't know if I ever see her. Like, I still hope to this day that I don't see her, because I don't know if I'll ever be able to restrain myself, because it was such a it was such a sad moment in my life, and I made it very clear. We made it very clear that that wasn't the route that we were going to take. I just felt so disrespected when she didn't respect that. And still, I felt like because I was so young, that's the reason why she did it. Now, could she have just assumed that that's what, because she did, um, the grief and whatever, that could have been it too, but I just felt like um, I was just so forward with her about what my decision was. I don't know how she could mistake what I said I was not going to do. You know, I was not going to um, terminate the pregnancy, period. Um, God gave me this baby, and that's how I felt. And if that's what was going to happen, that's what was going to happen. But I was not going to make that decision. And I was really happy that I made that decision because I ended up, my baby lived for 5 hours. We got to spend 5 hours with our baby. Um, and, um, and I experienced, he stayed with me after, he even stayed with me after he had passed away. I could literally feel him around me all the time. And my mom had told me that I had to let him go. And I didn't know until I had my ayahuasca trip. I went to Orlando in 2020. And there's a whole, if you go on to Netflix.com and go to Unwell, or yeah, it's called Unwell. Um, and there's a whole, there was a whole, what's it called? Well, it's still on there, but the actual place is no longer there. Um, I actually went there and they had to close down because the Supreme Court had come after them and said that they could no longer practice the ayahuasca, even though it was sacred medicine and it was part of their religion. They could no longer practice it. But I think they opened it under a different person because now there's two other places in Orlando that is similar to that place, and they offer um, similar a similar experience. Um, but it was beautiful. Like they had cabins. It was one of the most beautiful experiences that I ever had. Back, I literally spoke to God. They say that they try to tell me I didn't speak to God. I know who I spoke to that night. I don't care what nobody says. I spoke to God. And it was so crazy because I literally thought that I was going to go there to heal after my father passed away because I felt like I was still grieving my father's death. And I did not think that what I was upset about was my son. Like I was already 37 at the time. Yeah. And so I definitely didn't think I was still healing from that. I'm going to put some blooming gel because I want the aura effect on this one. I still want like this pink. I want a darker pink here. So we're going to put some blooming gel here. And so anyways, and then when I did the ayahuasca, in the middle of my experience, right, um I'm literally like rainbows. I'm in like these magical places, these magical portals, and I asked where I came from, and I knew it was a magical place. It was all sorts of crazy stuff going on, right? Very much kind of like when you see in like the psychedelic pictures and stuff like that. That's basically like what it looked like. And hot pink. Where's my hot pink? This is my favorite color. And I know I've been hiding it from myself because I'm almost out of it. Where are you? I can use this one. And actually, you know what? No. One, two. Anyways, so I asked her whatever. No, so I'm in the middle of that experience, right? And next thing I know is um I let's see what happens. Make this one a little bit bigger than that one. Is that a little bit more? Okay. So anyways, I ask and I'm like, this is what I want. Um, Thank you so much for the likes, for the love. So I ask and I'm like, so like everything changes, right? It's crazy. Everything changes in the room. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, everything turns white. And so I turn around like I'm like in this whole psychedelic. I hear like this boom, boom, boom. Right? Like, I guess in my mind, what God would sound like. And he asked me, he's like, why are you mad at me? You have ayahuasca in your system, you have an ego death. So the things that you would normally like try to tell yourself is like the reason that you're upset is not the same that is be what happens. Like, you can't stop yourself from whatever you're going to say, basically. um You know what? No, I don't like the way that looks. So we're going to go ahead and just add the whole thing over the blooming gel. Let's see what happens when we add the whole thing. Listen, at this point, we're doing some chemistry. Let's see what the hell happens. I could have wiped the whole thing off, but I'm not going to. We're just gonna write it out. Now, I will tell you, Do not put this back in because you're going to contaminate it. You want to go ahead and clean off your brush. If you do what I just did before you put it back in, you will contaminate the bottle, or you just want to just wipe off the blooming gel. I'm not going to do all that. We've already been here for a couple hours, and I could still yap for more. So, anyways, so I hear the big boom, and God's like, "Why are you mad at me?" And so the first thing that I say, because I don't have an ego at that time, is what comes to mind. And you know what? We're gonna actually change this. We're gonna leave. We did big charms on this, on the pointer in the middle, 3 right here. So, so anyways, after that, um, we go ahead and so guys like, why are you mad at me? And the first thing that I say is, um, because you took my first child. Why would you do that to me? And it was so crazy because I would have never thought that that would be what would have came out of my mouth, because I literally thought that going there again, this happened to me when I was 16. I'm literally 37 when I'm going there, and I really thought that I had gotten over well, you never get over a child passing, but I just thought enough time had passed during that time that I had let it go, and I had a beautiful, magical experience with him before he went and crossed over. Um, I just thought that, he was, that I was okay with it. But I literally said to God, do you know the trajectory of my life because you took my first child away? And I had no idea that that's what was going to come out of my mouth. In that moment, I literally stopped myself and it surprised the hell out of me that I even said that. Thank you so much for the likes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hear my crazy ass stories. I have so many. They go on for days and days and days. Yo, I swear, like, I really do feel there is so many entities that are trying to like fuck with me so I can get off of live, because this is like what they want me to do. And I'm not easily like, the more you fuck with me, the more pissed off you make me. So like shit like that is only going to make me stay longer. But yeah, I have to do like a whole haul. I got like a whole bunch of clothes since I've lost 60 pounds, and I'm probably gonna do another live tomorrow because I'm pretty sure I'm getting over this last episode of my VPD. My episodes be so all over the damn place, and sometimes when I'm getting off of it, I can't tell. Like, some feel like I'm getting off of it and then I'm not. I'm still in it, like heavy, just calm down a little bit. If that, I don't know. But yeah, so all right. So we just added the top coat on there. And then we're gonna make the thumb just a little bit, not with so much charms. We're gonna make it just a little bit. I want to make it. I want to recreate that one. So let's grab the pink. Let's see. Where we can grab the. Okay, yeah, we're gonna grab the pink. You see my halo, 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 halo. I never claimed to be a singer. Okay. And I'm going to, and these, y'all, I got this for $1.25, and it came with all of these. Okay. Now this by itself, I still wanted it, so I grabbed it. Okay, so okay. Whew. This is when this what's it called? This nail brush comes very in handy. Especially when you're doing the letters. No. Take that off. No. Come on. I just want to do a little story right there. Be nice to me. Tremble a lot. So I'm trying to hurry up and do this as quickly as possible. And it's not coming out the way I want it to, but that's the best that I got. That's the best that I got. Okay, so I was looking for the last bit. Like, subscribe to do this just because I am forced to do this as much as possible so I can train myself to bring my ass on here as much as possible. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm forcing my ass to be here. No matter how much I want to fight it, and no matter how many internet issues I have, I'm gonna fight it through because my life has never been easy and I never expected anything to be for me. Nothing of substance has ever come easy to me anyways. Nothing of substance comes easy to anyone. But anyways, yeah, don't forget to subscribe, hit your girl up. We are almost done. Tomorrow I have my no tubs that I was talking shit about because I was talking about the tubes, but I got the tubs coming, and I'm definitely gonna do some crazy nails tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that. Yo, I literally was, this is why I got too excited about having got so much shit done, and now I can't find my damn tweezers, and it's screwing me all up. So I'm just gonna use the big letters instead. Okay, magic. Yeah, and I got these letters here on Sheen for $1.50. This is either $1.25. I want to say it was $1.25 when I looked it up
earlier today when it came in. Magic is real. And I like to leave myself information and stuff like that, even if it's on my nails. Because sometimes life hits us so hard that we'll forget things that we even believe ourselves, and sometimes we need our own little reminders. So this kind of like a reminder to remind myself magic is real. Miracles are possible. And there's nothing impossible. Now hopefully I can get unstuck from watching this I've been hooked on watching this murder shit, and I feel like I have like maybe 1 or 2 times where there's like issues with the damn internet, but today has been so ridiculous, and I really do feel like it's because I've been watching nothing but that evil shit on my phone. But I swear they make it so damn addictive. Like none of the ones that I watch have less than like 12 million views. Like it's so crazy. But it was all like all the interviews that they had, the just catching them in the lives, and people just like literally killing their children, up to it, how they did it, like caught in a lie. Crazy shit. So definitely gotta like stay away from watching this shit. Cause the way my life has been going today was like, okay, there's no reason why I should have had to restart my life 3 times. The most that has ever happened is like twice. And there was nobody at home. Well, like there was nobody using the internet up. I had already gotten off of work. My husband wasn't home, so he wasn't on his PlayStation 5. My son wasn't home. My mom was home, but she's watching Netflix all day, and that don't eat up my internet. And I normally have my computer on. I'll have so many things going all at the same time, and there's never so many issues like today. Today was back shit, but just it builds resilience. That's all it is. For me, that's how I see it. Okay, so we're gonna put the base coat on top of there. We're gonna add the cute little charms to the last nail.
the um let's add the silver part to this one. No, we're gonna do the gold one. Maybe not. I think we're gonna do the silver one. Go ahead. Use the rhinestone glue right here. We are almost done, guys. We've been on for like 3 hours. Yeah, I'm faster. That's another reason why I wanted to keep doing this. 'Cause I don't give a damn. I'm gonna keep going. Until I can get it down to at least an hour and a half. Cause I be seeing the nail bender, he be doing legit nail art with his fingers and everything. Not even with the charms. 3D nail art, and he'll be having them done in 45 minutes. But I wonder how long he's been doing it for. Looks like this. And then the last thing we're gonna do is add the little Care Bear logo on the bottom right here. I think this is gonna be the next set that I'm gonna wear. I know honey's gonna be like, what in the world, when he sees all my charms. He's gotten so used to it. Like, I have times where I like to have like the most simplest, cutest nails, and then I have times where I'm like ridiculous and I don't care. And I want long, I want kawaii nails, I want a whole bunch of stuff all over it. Okay, so oh, I like the wing. Magic is real with the wink right there. But I feel like it's not gonna pop out as much as it should. Like if it had the white base, so I'm not gonna use that. Let's just put some hearts there. Let's see. Go cute with that. Oh, you know what? I do have this little thing. Oh, but this is not little. This is huge. I could have literally put that on there. You'll be going on there next week. Or you can do XO. No, those are too big. Let me see. I want to keep the magical on there. Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna put yes. It has a little charm that says yes. Check mark. Is real. No, I don't like the way that looks. I need to paint it. Oh, we're not gonna do all that. Hey, be nice. Hey, stop it. Don't beat each other up now. I'm just gonna put some hearts there.
be a white little
kiss mark here. I like that instead. We're gonna do a little white. I'm so glad that I got some more of this because I'm complete out of this. Okay. Now we're going to add the top coat to the last nail. We're going to clean up our mess. Make sure we sharpen up the side. Make sure it didn't lose any. Okay. Now we're going to put it in here. There for 60 seconds. Now let's clean up this mess. Put these away. I think I'm gonna do the whole Care Bears on all of my nails. When I take these ones off. It's so funny when I go out my nails. Everybody like stops me. Like, how do you get your nails done? Girl, I do these myself. And they think it's so expensive because of how much charms I put on them and stuff, but the same amount of money that I would spend on one set of these nails, I could spend on all these accessories and my own polygel. But you gotta have the passion for it, you know. Like, if this is stuff that you like to do it. Because then you'll end up buying a whole bunch of stuff and you won't even like doing it anymore. had a whole bunch of stuff. I let it go for a minute. And then my sis, I was in an episode, and my sis had told me, go ahead, why don't you start doing nails again? And one day I picked up all my stuff and I started doing it, and I just felt so relieved, and I was like, oh my god, I got my passion back for this. Yo, I'm gonna be okay. I was about to say I was gonna be so mad if my Macart light broke. It was just dead. Like, I did not treat her well. I am sorry, girl. I am so sorry, girl. Alright. Yo, I'm not even taking my medicine today. I'm so proud of myself. Whenever I go so long without taking my medicine too, I feel extra proud of myself because that just lets me know that I'm being able to control my emotions even better. Even when it's been a rough day, I try not to push it because sometimes it will bring me into an episode. And if I'm already in one, it'll make it worse. So I try to make sure I stay on top of it. But if I haven't felt anything, and I always like to clean all my stuff down with disinfectant and isopropyl. I can't even say that shit. Don't even say anything. I put a little bit of acetone in it and mix it with disinfectant plus the what's it called? And the alcohol. The only thing I need left to get is my disinfecting. I have like the regular disinfectants, but I want to get like the professional one where you can like the little oven blue thing. I want to have one of those, and you can get it online for like mad cheap. But I'm on a budget because there's so many things that I want to get for our store. So right. And this is the set. And actually we gotta clean them up. So let's go ahead. Go ahead and just take this out real quick. Now, of course, you can't do this on the real hand. I can do this. Because I'm not using a real hand. But I would just do it in a different way if I was on my hand. But this is how I like to make my press-ons anyways. I found it to be so much easier for me to make the press-ons than to do it on my own hand. and then try to learn my non-dominant hand. I give it out to everybody that can do it. Hey, props to you. I love that for you. But for me, this was I do what you find easiest for you to do, and this was what I found easiest for me to do, because it would bother me so much that one hand would come out the way that I wanted it to, and then the other hand would not come out the same way that I wanted it to, because I couldn't do it on my left hand. I mean, on my right hand the same way that I could do it on my left hand. So, and then I tried to use the stand for the um, for the what's it called, for the press on. And because I wear long nails, it was even harder for me to do. So this became my little cheat, and I love it. If it's doing that on this, it means you're not, it needs to go faster. If it's skipping, you want to make sure that you want to be real careful with it when you're going faster, especially if it's on your hand or on the other person's hand. Okay. Let's see. And because I did not take off these damn gloves like I should in the middle of it, let me go ahead and clean off these. Trying to mess these up, girl. You better act right. Better get some act right in you. Let me see. I think I needed to add. That's right. I didn't do top coat on these because these ones are still. No. These ones I added top coat. The ones in the middle I did not. Let me top coat the middle ones. I forgot to top coat them. I was wondering why they were still tacky. When you're using the, well, for me, when I'm using stickers and stuff, I like to do the base coat and the top coat over it because it keeps the stickers, and since I like to keep them on for so long, it keeps them on longer without chipping. and I'm a roughneck with my nails. So I have to clean, do dish, scrub, all sorts of shit. So I still be trying to scrub my floors with my long ass nails. Like, I be doing it. Oh, y'all, bitch, I'll get you all. Thought you weren't going? You thought wrong. Alright, we're gonna put it back in there. 4. Oh, I cannot wait to wear these. I think I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do is wear, instead of doing, because I love doing like the yin and the yang. So I think I'm going to do this set on my right, on my left hand. Yeah, I'm gonna take these ones off. I'm gonna do this one on my left hand, and then I'm gonna do the new set. And what I do is take these off from the back. I'll probably do like a short and show you how I do them, and put them on. Or I may just do a live tomorrow. Well, I am going to do a live tomorrow because I have some. I'm going to do a short with this one on my right. And then these ones on my left. He's gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? And they're gonna be like they're possessed. Oh, those ones came out so cute. Alright, so these are the ones that we did today. Let's go ahead and put it back in. Yeah, I'm gonna do a short tomorrow and pop these ones off tonight. Let my nails rest for tonight. Let me put some. They say not to put the cuticle oil on my hands, but I don't know. I've been doing it this whole time and nothing has happened. And I love this hand, and it still works really good for me. So let's see. Okay. Go ahead and put it in here. Alright, guys. And then how they came out. Magic real. Aren't they so adorable? These are the next set I'm going to be wearing. These ones are going on my right hand. And the last ones that I did are going to be going on my left hand. But I'm going to give my nails a rest for tonight. I just popped off these ones. And then these ones will be going on. Carajo, coño. Yo, you see how clumsy I am, bro? The dark and the light. That's how I like it anyways. The yin and the yang. Alright, don't forget to like, subscribe. Okay. So this is how these ones came out. These are on my right hand. Oops. And these ones are gonna go on my left. Oops. There we go. Zoom in. The little Care Bears. And then the little possess ones. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the love. Bye. And I will be back tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow. Good night, guys.